Hey guys, hope you're having an amazing day. In today's tutorial, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin. Now, the reason why I chose to make this analysis on Bitcoin, specifically just Bitcoin, because of the recent dump we saw in the markets now, a lot of people are really worried. What's happening in the market and where are we heading forward to, and where exactly are we right now in the current market cycle? So, I thought, why not? It's always good to get some clarity. That will help you, guide your decisions and also your uh, investments, whatever you're going to be making in the current market situation. So, guys, let's get on chat and see what we can find. So here we have the chart of Bitcoin. But I'm not going to be working with this chat because I have too many data in this chat, and I don't think that will be healthy. That's going to be confusing. Too much information is not really good for you for analysis. So let's start with this. Now, first of all, we have this long-term chart of Bitcoin, which shows the regular market Fibonacci trend movement. So right now we are somewhat around, excuse me. No, right now we're somewhat around here, and this is exactly where we are right now in the current market cycle. And we saw a recent about 30, about I think right now should be about 28% deep. I'll just confirm that on chat, and so we get a clear understanding of what we're doing. So we have this dip from here down to 23% dip right now, which is very common dip we're experiencing in every bullish cycle with Bitcoin. Sometimes even get as high as 38%. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see price drop further down to this previous resistance, resistance level, which is now the support. So on the Fibonacci trend support, we had the 50% Fibonacci trend retracement, which is a very solid and very strong support level. And I believe it's likely going to hold, but seeing this full red candle today, it tells me there's a possibility that Bitcoin could dip further. So want to achieve the 38 or the 35% retracement level, and that will put Bitcoin somewhat around this level, which is the previous resistance level, and also going to be acting as the new support level. That's around 70k. This is likely possible because 70k was the last all-time high, and ever since we broke the last all-time high, we haven't really touched back to that level. So I'm expecting that we'll likely get a flash drop. I mean, of course, it's not going to linger around this level. We just see a flash drop towards 69k or 70k and then trace back up. That's an hypothetical situation. It's very possible. That would not also be a very unusual thing to be a normal thing we have in Bitcoin. So most people think, okay, yes, 809k was top, and if that happened, means the Bitcoin is the bear market already in. But I don't think so. This is a very typical Bitcoin moves during every bullish bull run. And I'm going to show you guys all of those things shortly in our long-term chats. So for now, just try to get the picture of where we're here. Now, if that doesn't happen, then we like to see market rebound from 50% from market trend level, which is also logical. So we could have something like this. I'm trying to get the tool. Yeah, so we could have something like this, and then we head forward for a new all-time high as well before anything that likely can be possible. So for quite a long time, people have been like everyone has been wanting Bitcoin to make a move, make a move, make a move, and now finally it made a move. But it wasn't the move that we were expecting. It was a complete disaster. And I think everyone is really suffering from this. So, but it is what it is. And uh, yeah, so that's all for this chat. So I'm going to be going forward to a long-term chat just to give you guys a clear, historical viewpoint from all of this, just to make you understand that this is not something strange. It is something very normal and it's very, yeah, it's quite understandable. So on this chart, you can see clearly this is a login chart of Bitcoin as well. So the current market cycle looks very much similar to the last to cycle back. That's the 2017 Bitcoin bull market cycle. And during the cycle, we can also see something very similar to what we have right now. Now, I'm going to be taking these charts based on some 10 points and having cycles in consideration, not really based on technical analysis. So most of all these things are just historical relationship. And now we saw that in the last cycle, or in 2017 cycle to be precise, let me try to use it's also maybe systematic all of these to make it easier for us to understand. So put this here up to here and extend this, extend top, extend bottom, and background. Let's give the background here something like red. So this is 2020. 2017. Yeah, I'm gonna replicate these also for things up. Just wait. Yeah, we're gonna do this also for 2020 current cycle, so we can get a clear idea of what we're talking about. So now it's easier for us to see both cycles. So when you look at both cycles, there's something very similar to these two cycles. Now, roughly about 300 days after the halving of the 2017, no, that was in 2016 June or July rather. After it happened, we saw that Bitcoin experienced a 38% dump. This was pro rally, right? This was during the rally. So it was not like it was before the rally. So there's nothing really different from what we're seeing today or what we're seeing right now in the current market cycle. So today we have here what we have here. So today is about 200 something days also after the Bitcoin halve, which was on April 28th. So we're experiencing the same significant price drop. At the moment, it's currently about 23% drop, which is also fair enough for the current market liquidity and market size. But it's very possible for us to see the price dump a little further to somewhat around 16 as I said, to complete our usual Bitcoin usual dome for the culture. So that's a possibility. And so if that happens, now this is likely going to drive the price down to 9K. So this is something that we have worry as well, which happened 2017. So the interesting thing is that after this happened, we saw a rapid market movement, which took Bitcoin up about, let me see what we get here. From here, we get, yeah, about, about 880% increase in price from that dump. So, which put Bitcoin at about $17,000 way back in 2017. That was the all-time high back then. So, if for any reason we get a similar situation in this current market cycle, that could tell us that we could see price rally as high as 600K, but that is very, I don't think that's going to be possible right now. So I'm actually looking towards an all-time high of somewhat around 250K towards the 300K price level. But the significant thing is this: it's not about how high it's going to go or the price, whatever. So the thing we're checking out is the impact or the rebound after this dump happens. So when a significant dump like this, 38% happens, like we saw in 2017, and about 300 day post having, it's clear tells us that we're getting ready for, the major rapid rally for the final, toward the second or third leg before the final euphoric highs being created on Bitcoin. So another thing you can observe in this chart is that you can also see that year after this, we saw another dump again, about 38%. Again, just a few months after. So this tells us that there's a possibility for us to see similar thing happen again this year, which will not also be surprising. It's just going to be surprising for those who are new to the market, but for those who've been here for a while, you get to understand that this is a very normal thing that happens in the Bitcoin bull run. And this is merely to correct the market, and to build more momentum. And also that if this doesn't happen, there will be no FOMO. It's very hard to get that FOMO. This is unnecessary for us to get that euphoric state where people are like they're holding and all those things. So this could happen again, and we see that happen again also with the market. But for now, we're currently experiencing this first dump, which is exactly where we are right now in time frame and time correlation. So another interesting thing to see is this during the same period, this is this also the start of the altcoin cycle. So that's like a big news for the altcoin market because for the past few months, if you've been following up the market, even from the time of having, Bitcoin has been rallying and only Bitcoin has been moving. We've seen Bitcoin move from like 20K, 30K, 40K, 60K, a broke all time high, 70K, and even went as high as 109K and 110K in some exchanges, right? And we didn't see most altcoins get that same level of pump. And the crazy part is that even when Bitcoin dumps a little bit, most of the source coins they dump like way much lower than Bitcoin even does. But what we saw recently this past week, we saw that even while Bitcoin has dumped from 98K or 96K down to 83K or 85K, altcoins did not dump so much. And that tells you that there's a break in the correlation, right? So the altcoins are beginning to, get their own intrinsic value, and people are beginning to price them for what they are. And also that also tell you that it's becoming more interest in those altcoins, and they're not just following, like what do you kill the duck and everyone is dead. Right now, they're actually making their own move for themselves. So we look at the altcoin chart. So this is something I want to show. This is the plain chart. I'm just going to try to illustrate something in the altcoin market. This is the altcoin market. This is a chart of the altcoin without Bitcoin. can get a year on trading view. So I'm going to do something. I'm going to pick up the time frame and the timeline and put it somewhere around here. So let's see. We're working with 20 second half in 20. Yeah, 27, 26, yeah, 26, 27, 17 as well. And we can see what happened about, I'm going to put this about 300 or something days post rally. Yeah, we can see what happened. This is when the altcoin markets kicked off. This is exactly when we saw massive pump in the altcoin markets or in the altcoin cycle. And the same thing, we can also as well put it down here and try to see what is happening in the Korean markets today. You can see that for the past, altcoin has not really moved. We've still just been somewhat around the same highs that we had in 2021, which tells us that there's not really been some heavy movement with the altcoin market. And this is about to change, and I believe it's going to change very very soon. And I believe that this current dump will be the trigger. So after that, we should see some really good market momentum, pushing up with altcoin markets, and that should give us some drastic and heavy movements with the altcoin market. So if you pay close attention to everything, you get to understand that okay, oh, this is necessary for us to get the final markets, and it doesn't mean that the market's dead. It doesn't mean that not gonna grow anymore again, or doesn't mean that it's time to pack up your stuff and get out of the market. So this is really a good and a healthy correction. And I believe that it's just gonna be for a short period of time. So if you find yourself being liquidated out of this short movement, that tells you that you're actually over leveraged, which is not a very healthy thing to do. And it tells you that you should actually check on your portfolio and readjust the portfolio. But if you're still in and you're not fully out yet, this is a great time to start investing in altcoin markets, right? In the altcoin because this is the time that they should start seeing some really really good gains and some really really good growth as well in the coming months. And I'm actually anticipating uh, a double top. I'm expecting a mid top this end of this winter towards the start of spring, and then also the major top during autumn this year, probably September or October. I never can tell. But for now, this is a heavy dump. This is a heavy correction, and this is very necessary for us to achieve the long-term Bitcoin goal. And yeah, we're looking forward to that. Fingers crossed, and stay safe and trade safe as well.